Hi guys, I'm Megan Brightwood and welcome to my channel, or if you're a returning viewer then hi, nice to see you again. I'm so glad that you're back. And if you haven't already, certainly take a moment to hit the subscribe button and notification bell down below so that you don't miss any of my videos. I do post on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so there's been a lot of content going out, and if you don't want to miss anything, then subscribing is going to be your best bet. So originally this video was actually going to be my April favorites, but I think I'm actually going to skip my April favorites for this month because when I went to kind of pick up the products that I wanted to feature, I realized that I really only had one new product to share with you, and it's not a whole lot different than one of the products that was in last month's favorites video either. So in last month's favorites video, I had mentioned the Ella and Mila polish called Lover's Sweet, and this month I'm wearing a very similar color. It's a little bit pinker than the Lover's Sweet color, but this is the Ella and Mila So in Love. So yeah, a little bit pinker, not a whole lot, but considering that I had one favorite and it was very similar, I just thought we would just skip that. So instead, I thought that I would share with you the sweaters that are currently in my son Charlie's wardrobe. So Charlie is a 2-year-old little toddler. He is growing way too quickly, and actually he's not quite 2 yet. He'll be 2 in August, but that is coming up very quickly. So yeah, trying to mentally prepare myself for my baby to be 2. And it's not going well. So anyway, yeah, before I get into the sweaters that I have just piled here, I do want to quick mention just a couple of things. First, I am filming this a little bit preemptively because I do have another sweater that is going to be going in his closet probably on Sunday, and I'm doing a how to knit video on it, which is why it's not going to be in today's video, but it's really cute, and if you want to see that, check out my Instagram or watch this space, subscribe, and you will see it. So yeah, very excited about that sweater. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that all of the sweaters that are in his wardrobe are made out of a Cascade Heritage sock yarn. So it's a fingering weight yarn that I use a ton. I absolutely love it. It blocks so nicely. The yarn just blooms very well, and then it also gets really soft. So yeah, I love that yarn. I use it for a bunch of different projects, and yeah, all of the sweaters in his wardrobe are made out of the same yarn. So let's just hop right into this. The first sweater that I wanted to share with you is the Topaz Henley by Andrea Sanchez, and this is out of the colorway True Black. It has a really light thermal texture to it, so I don't know how well it's going to come across on camera since it is also a little black sweater. But yeah, love that. And then it does have stockinette sleeves. It features an I-cord neckline and a little Henley button placket there. Really cute. If you are planning on doing this sweater yourself, I do also want to mention that when you're working the body, you work from the bottom up, and when you get to that button placket where you're working flat, then I would recommend doing a selvage edge on this little area, and then when you go to pick up stitches for the button placket, just pick up stitches from that selvage edge. The pattern asks for a lot more stitches to be picked up, but I've noticed that when you do that, then you get a little bit of flaring here, and it's just not quite the look that I go for. So yeah, I just did that differently on this. And then I have some little tortoiseshell buttons. I use the little tortoiseshell buttons on pretty much everything. But yeah, that's my little Topaz Henley. I think it's so cute. It looks really nice on him as well. I think I've made this about 3 times so far, and I've loved it every time I've made it. The next sweater is the Friday Pullover by Petite Knit, and Petite Knit's patterns are some of my favorites for pretty much every member of my family. I've knit her patterns for myself, for my daughter, and obviously for my son. And this one is made out of, I think, white and navy, and Charlie did pick out the navy stripes. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm just gonna say it again. I had originally thought that it could be out of a camel color, so kind of a light brown, but Then I held both of the yarns up to my son. So I had the camel color and then I had the navy, and he wanted the navy. So we went ahead and did that, and I think it's so cute. I actually do think I like it better than I would have had it been out of the camel. I think it turned out really well. It fits his personality and it's so cute on him. So this one, you work from the top, but you start on the inner portion of the neckband. Then you knit and ribbing a little bit, turn and join for the full neckband. So this is doubled. And then you start working in a broken rib stitch for the rest of the sweater. So it's really, really cute. And I love this little raglan detail here. She actually has like a band of broken rib that kind of goes across here, but the increases are, you know, on either side of that band. So it's just a nice little added detail that you might miss, but I think it's a really cool little feature. So yeah, love that. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention is that when you're knitting this up, because it's broken rib, what tends to happen is that everything kind of gets sucked in a little bit. So when you go to block it, then that's when you can kind of stretch it out a little bit to the measurements, and then it looks a little bit more like a sweater. I mean, I think when I was knitting this, I want to say that it was probably like, I don't know, like that thin. And so once it's blocked, then it really gets that nice sweater shape. So love that one. And then I have another sweater from Petite Knit. And this one, I need to make this for my daughter as well. I just think it's such a cute little precious sweater. And it is the teddy bear pullover. Love this. It's a very, very nice, just basic raglan sweater. And I did this out of the heathered gray, I believe, or silver. I don't remember what the colorway name is, but yeah, it's just a gray or silver yarn. And I think that the pattern calls for a sport weight or DK, but because we were going into spring and summer, I decided to knit it out of the fingering weight yarn. So it's a little bit lighter than it would be if I'd used the recommended yarn, but the gauge was the same. It fits him just the same as all of the other sweaters. So yeah, liked that a lot. And then the embroidery is out of that true black that the Topaz Henley was made out of, and I held it double while I was embroidering. So the instructions for the little face are very clear. I am not much of an embroiderer, so the fact that it turned out that well, pretty proud of it. And that is a testament to how well her patterns are written. So yeah, I do see that the last time that I was washing this, I must have missed a little spot here. Charlie had a little cup of hot chocolate that he spilled all over this thing, but when I was washing it, it mostly came out, just not that little tiny bit. So anyway, next time I wash it, I'll have to be a little more diligent, because I think it'll come out just fine. I just have to remember to hit that spot. So I have one more sweater that I wanted to share with you, and this is probably my favorite to have him wear. It is the Augustine Cardigan by Anna Dervaux, and isn't this cute? It's made out of that camel color that I was telling you about earlier, and it has an American moss stitch on the bodice and then stockinette sleeves. The shawl collar is worked in short rows, but I'm trying to remember what the pattern said. I am someone that really likes to do German short rows, and I will, any sort of short row pattern, I will use the German short row method. But I don't remember if that was the one that was asked for in this or not. So I guess I can't really comment on that. I did deviate from my little tortoiseshell buttons and went for little black ones instead, just because this cardigan was out of a brown. I didn't think the tortoiseshell would quite match up as well, but the black is a nice little statement, so I think that's really cute. And yeah, just I really love how this turned out. It reminds me of like a little grandpa or Mr. Rogers. I just think it's such a fun little cardigan, and I love, love, love seeing him wear this. So out of all of the sweaters in his wardrobe, I think that this would be the one that I would recommend most for a little boy. That or the sweater that I have coming on Sunday. That one is turning out so cute. I absolutely love it. And I think we'll probably get a lot of use out of that one too. But yeah, if you are looking at knitting for a little boy, this is it. This is the perfect little sweater. I absolutely love it. So anyway, that is it for the hand knits that are currently in Charlie's wardrobe. And I will probably add to this as we go along, but that's what we've got right now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you did, certainly give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. A lot of my content does tend to be around knitting. And so if that's something that you're interested in, then this is the place for you. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!